Sutra 112. Shasadayo Yadu Sangyaha. The Vishnu Bhaktis beginning with Shas are called Yadus. So Shas is which Vishnu Bhakti? Which number?
6.
No.
I mean the sixth.
2.3.
Well, yeah, 2.3.
Yes, 2.3. So the Vishnu Bhaktis beginning with Shas, which means 2.3, and onwards, all of them afterwards, including Shas, they are collectively called Yadus. Okay, they are collectively called Yadus. So, which means the first five, Su, Au, Jas, Au, they are not Yadus. And apart from that, all of the others, Vibhaktis, Vishnu Bhaktis, they are called Yadus. Now, the Sambodhana is also not Yadu because Sambodhana, the Vishnu Bhaktis or the Pratyayas in Sambodhana, they are the same as the Prathama Vibhakti. So, till Sup only, 7.3 only, from 2.3 till 7.3, all the pratyayas are called yadus. So this is a Sangya Sutra. Again, they are naming, they are defining a certain group by one name. Okay. So these are the pratyayas, beginning from Shas till Sup. Okay. Atra पाददन्तमास यूष इत्येतेषां पद्दत्मास यूषन इत्येते विरिञ्चयो यदुषु va. In this connection, the words pad means foot, danta means tooth, masa means month, and yusha means soup. So in this connection, the words pada, danta, masa, and yusha can optionally be replaced by pad, dat, mas, and yushan when a yadu follows. So if you see, all these four words are aramanta, are Krishna Shabda, right? Ending with arama. When yadu follows, so they can optionally be replaced by the prakritis, can optionally replaced by pad, dat, mas, and yushan respectively. Which means one time the forms of all these words will go like Krishna word, like Padaha, Padau, Padaha, Padam, Padau, Padan, Padena, Padabhyam, Padaihi, Padaya, Padabhyam, Padebhyah, Padat, Padabhyam, Padebhyah, Padasya, Padayuh, Padanam, Pade, Padayuh, Padeshu, He Pada, He Padau, He Padaha. So this is like Krishna Vat. So all the words, these four will go like Krishna word one time, and one time when Yadus will follow, so then there will be different forms because the Prakriti is changing. So Pada will be replaced by Pad. So please notice here. Okay, I will do it so that you can also write it. So the word is Pada. So one time the forms of Pada will go like Krishna. So Krishnavat, like Krishna, as I told. And one time when Yadus will follow, the pratyayas which are Yadu, when they will follow, then optionally Pada will be replaced by what? By Pad. Pad is not a Vishnu Sarveshwarant, it is a Vishnu Janant. The is a Vishnu Jana, not a Sarveshwara. Okay. So Pada will be replaced by Pad when Yadus follow. And Yadus are what? Shasadayo Yadu Sangya. So we'll begin from 2, 3. So Pada Yukta Shas. So I'm not solving the other aspect, the Krishnavat aspect, because that is understood. I will just solve this aspect, the new aspect, where Pada is replaced by Pad by this sutra, which is Atra Pad Danta Mas Yusha Ityatesham Padat Mas Yusha Nityate Vringchayo Yadushuva. By this sutra, Pad is optionally replaced. Pada is optionally replaced by Pad. So Padas, we combine them, Padas and Sara Rami or Vishnu Sarga Vishnu Padante. Padaha. Quite simple. Similarly, 3.1, I'm just replacing Pada by Pad because every pratyaya will be now Yadu. So Pad Yukta Ta, R remains. We just combine them, it becomes Pada. Okay, Pada. If you read Vamandev's Katha story in Srimad Bhagavatam, you will find words like this. Padai Kena, which means Pada Ekena, which means by 1 foot. Foot is single, right? Singular. Or feet is singular? Foot is
Yes.
singular. So by 1 foot. So this is Pada, this one, 3.1. Then 3.2 will be Pad Yukta Bhyam. Just have to combine them, nothing new, Pad Bhyam. Similarly, 3.3 will be Pad Bhi. 4.1 will be, who will tell? Just combine them.
Uh-huh.
What will be 4.1?
Padaya. Padaya.
Why Padaya? Why Aya? We don't have Aya.
Ne,
Yeah, then what will be the final form? Just combine them. There are no rules.
It's not Padaya.
Padene.
Why not Padaya?
Okay. Padaya like this.
Padya.
I
Padya.
thought it will be Padaya. No?
Oh, I think you missed it. That's why understanding the sutras are very important. We didn't get it fully. Pada Yukta Nge 4.1. Now we had sutra which said Krishnat Ner Yaha. Okay, who will explain this sutra? I want to hear the explanation. What does this sutra mean?
it
Anyone?
means that you say you have pada yukta jas.
No. I'm not talking of just Pada Yukta Nge, and I said Krishnat Ner Yaha. What is the meaning of this sutra? Krishnat Ner Yaha.
After Krishna, Ne is replaced by Ya.
What is Krishna?
Oh, it's a Krishna word. This is a Yadava, no?
No, what is Krishna?
The Krishna Sabda ending with
Pada.
A.
Pada is the Krishna.
Okay, right. You're right.
Ramanta is the same
Yeah.
as Ramanta.
Now
You don't add ne, but you add
what will happen in this case?
Hmm.
Is this
Pade.
is this a Krishna word or not?
Not.
Yeah. So no Padya or Padaya.
Hmm.
So what will happen now?
It does not
Oh.
apply. Do we have a different sutra or it just goes like
No.
Pade?
Yeah, I said no sutra, so just a combination Pade.
Okay.
So we apply those sutras. That's why we have to understand the sutras. Krishnat Nge Yah. After a Krishna word, Nge is replaced by Ya. So Krishna means words ending with a Rama, but Pad is not ending with a Rama.
Yeah.
So that's why we do not apply that sutra. And there is no new rule for this one. So we just combine them. Pade.
Pade.
Yes. Similarly, 4.2 Padbhyam, 4.3 Padbhyah, just combinations. 5.1. Okay, who will tell 5.1? What will be the form?
Padas,
Padas.
What is it?
Padas.
And then?
Padaha.
Yeah, right. Padaha. Similar 5.2 Padbhyam, 5.3 Padbhyah. 6.1, what will be the form of 6.1?
Mas,
Yeah, the final form. You can do it on your notebooks or your computer, just quickly do it and solve it. No?
Padaha.
How come?
Nas.
Yeah, please tell.
Oh, it's same Padaha.
Yeah, I mean, same.
Padaha.
6.2. What will be the form here?
Pados,
Okay, Pados, and then?
Padoho.
Yeah, Padoho. 6.3, no new rule.
Padam,
Yes. Padam, simple. 7.1.
Padas, Padaha,
What is the pratyaya? 7.1.
Ni.
So how can it be Padam or Padam?
Ni,
Padi. Padi.
Ni.
Yes, Padi. 7.2 is same as 6.2. What is 7.3? This is interesting. Just to use more of your intellect and also go to Sandhi even. This is interesting. There is one Sandhi rule used here.
Padeshu.
How come?
Padshu.
Yeah.
Padshu.
What is that, Mataji?
Padshu. Like half the Padshu.
Close.
Paduhu. Sorry.
No.
No.
No. Sandhi. No? Shall I tell?
Pachu.
Which rule?
No, I thought of Tatasha's Chova and Tachashe, but then I thought maybe it doesn't apply.
You're close there, but just go a bit before even that. A bit, only a bit, not too much. Just try to see what is there at the second place, what is there at the first place, which of the
It changes to the same varga, similar varga.
this D?
Padshu, the D.
Yeah, what will it become? You're close, I think. What will it become?
Kha Parda?
No.
Gada? No.
No. It is already,
Panshu. Tat dadhan pan.
no. Which sutra? No sutra for that. This is already Harigada.
Hmm.
Okay, I will give you a hint. This is Harigada, and here is a Yadava. I have given you a hint now. This is a Vishnu Dasa, which is a Harigada. This the, and this Sa is a Yadava. I have given you a hint. Try to scroll the PDF, the book. Okay, I will tell. Yadav Matre Harikamnam. Got it?
Which was the sutra?
I don't remember the number. The second of Vishnu Jananta Sandhi. Vishnu Jana Sandhi. Yadav Matre Harikamnam. When a Yadava follows, the Vishnu Dasa becomes Harikamala of its own Varga.
63.
Patsu.
Can you put there 63 sutra?
Okay. So this was it. Now we are done. Yadu's end here. So Patsu. So these will be optional forms for the word Pada in these cases. So they will go along with the Krishna Vat endings like this. So Padaha, Padau, Padaha, Padam, Padau, Padan. One time it will go like Krishna Shabda. And one time optionally Padaha, Pada, Padbhyam, Padbhi, Pade, Padbhyam, Ityadi. Until Patsu. Is it clear?
Is it clear? Yes, I think it's clear. Why do we have two forms? Like, what's the use of two forms?
Because the grammar says they have two forms and they are used in the scriptures also. Both kinds of forms. So the grammarians, they made it like that.
Acha.
Hmm.
So, like, for example, if you are doing a chanda which has anushtuva and you want to say padoho, but you need another matra, you put padayoho or something like this.
Yeah, that's possible. Optional means both of these forms are right.
Yeah,
One
that's
can-
why that was my question, but now I understand that it can be used in the chanda or recitation to
Yes.
fit.
Yes. Okay, so that was Pada. And similarly, the word Danta is replaced by Dat. This Dat. So this is your homework to decline Danta. And you have to decline both ways. One is Krishnavat, Dantaha, Dantau, Dantaha, Ityadi. And one is when Yadus follow. So you have to replace Danta by Dat. And then you have to combine them with the pratyas and make the forms.
Till 2.3, no? From 2.3, it's Yadava, no?
Yeah, not Yadava, Yadu.
Yadu, sorry.
Yadu. So Danta becomes Dat when Yadus follow, And so that is similar as declined pad, but it's little different. You also need some sandhi rules. So for example, when bhyam will come, bhyam, like dat yukt bhyam, so in this case, acha, actually that is the second part of that sutra. So we read that sutra, Vishnu Daso Vishnu Padante Hari Ghoshe Cha Hari Gada, right? Vishnu Daso Vishnu Padante Hari Ghoshe Cha Hari Gada. So if you remember, I said that this sutra has got two parts. And I only explained one part. So the first part which we studied was, if there is a Vishnu Dasa at the end of Vishnu Pada, then that Vishnu Dasa becomes, what does it become?
Harigada.
Harigada. This was the first version, and example for this was, for example, Jiva Goswami said, Vak Yukta Iti. So the Ka, now Vak is a Vishnu Pada, and this Ka is a Vishnu Dasa, which is situated at the end of a Vishnu Pada. So in such a scenario, this Ka, this Vishnu Dasa changes to Harigada, just right here, of its own Varga. That is important. So it became Vag Iti, right?
Yes.
Now this is second, this Hari Ghoshe. If there is a Vishnu Dasa and a Hari Ghosha following, you know, Hari Ghosha at the second place, then the Vishnu Dasa will become Harigada again of its own Varga. So in the second option, not option, second variety, second meaning, we also need a Paranimitta. In the first one, we did not need any Paranimitta. But here we need a Hari Ghosha for Vishnu Dasa to become Harigada. So this is the example for this one. Dat Yukta Bhyam. Now is Bha Hari Ghosha or not?
Yes.
Yeah, Bha is a Hari Ghosha. Kachathatha Pha. No. Harigada Hari Ghosha. Hari Venu. Ga ka kha ga gha. Gha ja dha dha bha. Gha ja dha dha bha Hari Ghosha. So Bha is a Hari Ghosha, and we have a Vishnu Dasa here, Ta Rama. So this Ta Rama changes to Harigada of its own Varga. So what will this change into?
Da.
Yes. So it will become Dad Bhyam. So that was the second meaning of the sutra. Is that clear? The two meanings of the sutra? Any doubt here?
I mean, this that bhyam, it's the second meaning, and the first meaning would be, how would you decline the word?
Yeah, here I gave the example.
But this that bhyam could be declined only in this second way, right?
Yes, not by the
Okay.
first way. Because if we consider dat bhyam to be declined according to the first way, we cannot do so because dat is not a Vishnupada.
Mhm.
That is just Prakriti. Vishnupada
Prakriti.
means Prakriti Yukta Pratyaya,
Yeah.
but it is only a Prakriti, no Vishnupada. So this second
Hmm.
rule, second meaning also applies even if it is not a Vishnupada.
Hmm.
Okay, so dat bhyam and it becomes the.
Hmm.
Is it clear to other devotees or any doubt here?
It's clear, Prabhu. Just need to memorize. Yeah.
So this is only one change between pad and dat. Otherwise, they are same. Same.
So does the gender come into play here?
No.
Any word ending with
No.
okay.
No. So only one change between this pad and dat. Otherwise, all the declensions are same. So please do the declension of danta in both ways and write the final forms like this. Okay. So we'll do Anvaya now. And so Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, Text 14. Tasmadekeena manasa Bhagavan Satvatam Patih Shrotavyah Kirtitavyascha Dhyeyah Pugyascha Nityada Tasmat Ataev, therefore, Satvatam Bhakta Jananam Sat Nityatvam Bhagwan Asti Esham इति सत्वन्तः ते एव सातता भक्ता इति। पतिः प्रभु भगवान श्री कृष्णः एकेन मनसा एकाग्रचित्तेन कर्म ज्ञान योग चांचल्यं परित्यज्य नित्यदा सर्वक्षणं श्रोतव्यः आकर्णयितव्यः कीर्तितव्यः वर्णयितव्यः ध्येयः स्मर्तव्यः पूज्यश्च सेव्यश्च आत्मा वा अरे द्रष्टव्यः श्रोतव्यः मंतव्यः निदिध्यासितव्यः इति श्रुतिवचनात्. What does it mean? Therefore, Bhagwan, who is Shri Krishna, who is Pati, who is Prabhu, who is the master of Satvatas, Satvatam, of the devotees, of Bhaktajanas. And what more about that? So he's like glossing the word Satvata here. He says Sat. The word Sat means the Nitya Tattva Bhagwan. Sat means the Tattva which is eternal, which is ever existing, Nitya Tattva, and that is Bhagwan. So the Bhagwan, the God, Krishna, he exists forever. He is Nitya Tattva, he is eternal, he is Shashvat, Asti. And he, Sat Nitya Tattvam Bhagwan, Asti Esham Iti. And he eternally belongs to, or he belongs to those. Actually, this is like a samasa. So, Bhagwan, first of all, Bhagwan is Nitya Tattva, and he belongs, whom he belongs to, they are Satvantah. For example, the word Buddhiman, let's say, the word Buddhiman, how would you say it in English, like literally, Buddhiman? One who possesses intelligence. You know the Pratyayaman, that thing? Similarly,
Yeah.
Bhagavan, one who possesses Bhaga, opulences. Any other word like that ending with man or van? Let's say,
Ayushyaman.
what is that?
Ayushyaman Bhava
Okay,
blessing.
yeah, Ayushman. Ayushman. So one who possesses Ayu, long age, who will live long. So similarly, this word Satvantaha is like Satvan. Satvan. One who possesses the eternal Bhagwan. That Sat refers to Nitya Tattvam Bhagwan. And this Satvantaha is the plural of Satvan. Like Buddhiman, Buddhimantau, Buddhimantaha. Bhagavan, Bhagavantau, Bhagavantah. Similarly, Satvan, Satvantau, Satvantah. We will do that afterwards. So this Satvanta means those devotees who possess the Sat Bhagwan. Did you get it? The Satvanta? I think so.
Yes.
Te eva satvatah bhakta iti. So they are known as Satvatas, the Bhaktas. Therefore, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, who is the master of devotees, he should be always, at every moment, Sarvakshanam, he should be heard of, Shrotavya. He should be heard of, Akaranayitavya, which means the same, heard of. He should be chanted of, which means we should chant about him. He should be the object of our chant, of our description, of our speaking. He should be meditated upon, dhyaya, smartavya, meditated upon, and he should be pujyah cha, sevyascha. He should be served, okay, by ekena manasa, with ekagra chittena, with focused mind, one pointed mind. Chitta, consciousness, mind, same things, with one pointed or one edged mind, without any deviations, which means karma, jnana, yoga, chanchalyam, paritajya, having, after giving up the chanchalya, which means, how would you say chanchalya in English? Which means the flickering nature.
Flickering?
Yeah, which means the flickering nature caused by karma, jnana, and yoga. The flickering nature of mind, which is caused by karma, jnana, and yoga. That is ekagra chitta. Are drashtavya, shrotavya, mantavya, nididhyasitavya iti shruti vachanat. So even the Shruti Shastras, Shruti Vachanat, they say that Bhagwan is drashtavya. He should be seen. We should take darshan of him, drashtavya. We should hear about him, shrotavya. We should mantavya. Mantavya is we should meditate upon him. And nididhyasitavya. Nididhyasitavya, it means yeah, it also means meditation, repeated meditation. It says punaha punaha smaranam. And what was the word before? Mantavya. Mantavya. Mantavya literally means, to think about. To think about something. So, nididhyasitavya means to meditate again and again, punaha punaha, and mantavya to think about, to contemplate about. So, that is the meaning of this shloka. Okay? Then, is that clear? Anything here in this shloka?
This kirtatavyaha.
Yeah.
What's that?
Kirtitavya.
To be glorified?
Yes, he should be glorified. Kirtitavya.
Dhyayehe. Dhyayaha, sorry.
There he should be meditated upon.
And adored, pujascha.
Puja, he should be adored or worshipped. Puja. He should be worshipped.
In the word kirti here,
Mhm.
why do we have double ta? Like the ta. Is it the original correct form? Because I used to think it's only one ta.
So you will have to give the answer. We have studied Sandhi.
Is it a sandhi? So kirti tav.
It
I'm
is,
not able to dissolve this sandhi.
this is Sandhi, and I think only you asked this same question maybe few classes back. Ra Rama Sarveshwara tu Harigotram Vina. Ra Ramat Sarveshwara tu Harigotram Vina, which says, so it is like this. Kirti Tavya, right? Now the rule says, if after Ra Rama there is a Vishnu Jana, and there is a Sarveshwara afterwards. In that case, this Vishnu Jana is reduplicated. Got it?
Yeah.
So, and here we have Ra Rama, then we have a Vishnu Jana, and then we have a Sarveshwara. So that's why this Ta Rama is reduplicated. Or let's write Kirti and Tavya. Ra Ramat Sarveshwari tu Harigotram Vina. This is one of the Vishnu Jana Sandhi rules. Is that clear, Mataji?
Yeah. Sorry, I had forgotten.
No, no problem. So that was it. Okay, we'll do one more. Yadanudhyasina yuktaha karma granthi nibandhanam Chindanti ko vidas tasya ko nu kuryat katharatim. So the Anvaya goes like this. Yat anudhyasina yasya anudhyanam eva asih khadgah tena yasya bhagavatah dhyan rupah खड्गेनः युक्ताः कोविदाः विवेकिनः ग्रंथि निबंधनम ग्रंथिम अहंकारम निबध्नाति यत् तत् कर्म छिन्दन्ति तस्य भगवतः कथारतिं कथायां रुचिम अत्र सापेक्षत्वे अपि गमकत्वात् समासः. Just a minute.
I noticed the word Kovidaha. What is Kovida?
Yes. 1 minute. कह न कुर्यात् सर्वेषामेव रति संजायेत्. So यस्य अनुध्यानम एव असि खड्ग तेन यस्य भगवता ध्यान रूप खड्गेन. So Kovidaha means the learned people, Viveki, those who are Vivekvan. Learned, in this case it's like learned people. So those who are learned people, knowledgeable people, who are endowed, yukta, with the khadga is with the sword like meditation upon the Lord. Asi. Asi means khadga, which means a sword. Asihi means khadga, which means a sword. So now this usage, asi or khadga, is not literal usage, it's a metaphorical usage. So the meditation, the dhyana, anudhyana upon the Lord of Bhagwan, so that dhyan of the Lord is compared with with a sword. So it's not literally speaking of a sword, it's a comparison, analogy. So those learned people who are endowed with the sword of the meditation upon the Lord, so by that khadga, so such people, they cut off the karma, the different actions and their reactions, which are granthi nibandhanam, which bind one, but nibandhanati means binding, which bind one with the granthi, which is ahankar. So the learned people, they cut off those karma which bind them because of ahankara, by the khadga, by the sword, which is the dhyana, the meditation upon the Lord. Tasya bhagavatah katharatim kathayam ruchim kaha na kuryat. So who is that person who will not want to have taste, ruchi, in the narrations, in the pastimes of the Lord, Bhagavataha, which means Sarvesham eva rati sanjayat, which means everyone should generate ruchi or rati in such pastimes, because such pastimes will result into chindanti, will result into the cutting of the knot or the karma phala. So this atra sapekshatve pi gamakatva samasa, this is some grammatical explanation, and I will have to look for this. What does it actually mean? So we are just skipping this part. So that was it.
One question is Granthi Mahankaram, and then you said it's Nivandhati, no?
This is first of all Granthim, Ahankaram, Nibadhnati.
Nivadhnati.
Yes.
But the word is, the root is bandha, no? Like
just a minute. But I think it's...
Maybe it's Baddha.
I'm just looking.
Badha.
Just a minute.
Badnati. Achha, I thought it was Banda.
Yeah, actually it is Bandha. You are right.
Derived.
You are right. It is Bandha. So Bandha,
So-
you get the form Badhanati.
Okay, so the na goes after the dha.
There is some rule, we'll study in Dhatu, how this is different than the na here. So this na was deletion, and then this is something different, which is inserted afterwards.
Adeshu.
Adesha. So that is a different part. So
Achha.
Badhanati is formed from Bandha. Yeah. So that is it. So basically the meditation, the dhyan upon the Lord is compared with a sword, and that sword cuts down the reactions or the karma phala, which the karmas which bind one, which binds one with the granthi. Granthi is like a rope, literally, with the Granthi of Ahankara. And so, who is that person who will not take shelter or who will not develop taste in the pastimes of the Lord? Which means everyone should develop taste in such pastimes. Okay. So, we'll stop here for today, and please do the Danta Shabda both ways, and we'll check it tomorrow in the beginning. And
Prabhu, does khadga also mean stone?
I didn't get that meaning, so let us check the dictionary.
I was just curious.
It means a sword
It's a sword.
primarily,
Okay.
and maybe a knife, which is similar to sword, like in one sense.
Okay.
But it also means iron, but not stone.
Okay.
Yes.
Prabhu, is there any text where, for example, in Bhagavad Gita, it must be in the Bhagavad Gita course, like when you see the declension of each shloka, like 2.3, this 2.1,
Maybe that
3.3,
book,
like this.
that Bhagavad Gita book, Grammar Bhagavad Gita, you can check it out.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't have it here. I left it in the ashram in Austria. I am now in Spain, but I will check it when I get back.
Sure, Prabhu. Maybe they have done it.
Yeah, it must be there. It's something practical as well.
Yeah, so you can check it out, probably.
How do you do to remember all the sutras even after some time, Prabhu, when you have just left 3 months, 5 months? Like, how do you do to remember them?
Means, on a frank note, like so my teacher has a different way to teach. So he teaches for, let's say, 5-10 minutes only. And the homework we would do would be for 2 to 3 hours every day at least. And would just, for example, Krishna Shabda. Now, Krishna Shabda, I filled 40 to 50 pages of my notebook doing Krishna Shabda and declining it. We would write each and every sutra and the forms. So only Krishna Shabda, I solved it in 40 to 50 pages, and I still have the notebook with me. So the homeworks were quite extensive, and we would have to show that the next day. And if we didn't do the homework, they wouldn't teach. Plus,
Who was your teacher in this?
His Param Puja, His Holiness Bhakti Sridhar Kinkar Maharaj.
Achha.
So he's disciple of Bhakti Shraman Kusum Maharaj. So like that. And also one more thing was, he would ask us to memorize sutras come the next day. So before teaching, he would ask us to recite the sutras. So the number of sutras we would recite after memorization, those number of sutras they would teach. If I recited only one sutra, he would only teach one sutra. And I cannot complain because it was my default, my fault. So that was the system. And so yeah, I like that.
Prabhu, how long have you been studying this for?
Means I studied this with my teacher for 4 years, the Harinamamrit Vyakaran. And then after that, so I just tried teaching it. Yes, because when you teach it, you learn it more, and it remains fresh. It becomes alive. It becomes fresh. So otherwise, you will forget the sutras. You will forget everything in due course of time. So I don't want to forget, because if I have put energy on it, like spending 4 years on some subject, a single subject is something like. So I don't want to forget that. So that's why. And I really love Harinamamrit Vyakaranam, and I really like to promote it, because Jiva Goswami has really done it wonderfully. So just like Panini is well known, why not Harinamamrit Vyakaranam as well? So that is also my inspiration.
Jai Ho.
So yes, please do Danta Shabda, and so we'll move ahead tomorrow.
Can you send the PDF file, please?
Which PDF?
Of the class we did today, the
Okay,
example.
this one?
Please.
Yes, I will send now. Sure.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare
Hari Bol.
Krishna.
Dhanyavad. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.